Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, I'm John, this is Many a Truder to welcome to House Flipper 2, which is basically House Flipper, but more. And that's good, because House Flipper was good and... okay, let's just dive into this one, because I have got all sorts of exciting, sexy new ideas in the field of interior decorating. Okay, let's start at the beginning, just in case you never played the original House Flipper. So, basically, this is a home renovation game. You get given a house in terrible condition, and your job is to make it nice. Clean it, fix it up, decorate it, furnish it, all that good stuff, and, oh bloody hell, is it the most satisfying thing in the world. To that end, this game is kind of divided into two. So you've got the straight up house flipping, buy a house, do whatever ludicrous thing you want to do to it, sell it on, use the proceeds to buy an even bigger, sexier house, etc, etc. But this game's also got jobs in it. These are smaller, more focused contracts where rather than renovating an entire house, you're just doing a couple of very specific jobs. So, okay, let's jump into one of these, because yeah, they're a nice simple way to introduce what this game's all about. So here we go, on this occasion, yes, there's a big house here, but we don't need to renovate the whole thing. Instead, we're going in to help out with a bathroom that may have been a tiny bit destroyed by mistake, and a kitchen that needs a tiny bit of TLC. So, step one, let's just figure out what needs to be done here. So just mosey upstairs and mosey into the house, and yes, exclamation mark means that something needs to be done here. You can always check that by looking at your brief. So, yeah, in this particular opening room, it's really not much. It's just a tiny handful of cleaning that needs to be done, mainly as... yes, based on the sound of the email, they've got a daughter who sometimes might, you know, make a bit of a mess when she's doing some renovations. Speaking of which, right, the kitchen. So this is going to need a complete refresh. Everything needs to be tiled and we need to buy a whole bunch of bits and pieces too. And on top of that, we've got a budget we've been given by the client, and funny old thing about the budget, which is, not only do they give you more than you need to buy all the stuff they've asked you to buy, but on top of that, you're allowed to sell the old stuff they want to get rid of. So, as a result of that, that's just a bonus profit for me. Always look out for all the old pieces you can sell. Right, so then I suspect we just want to follow the incriminating footprints and... okay. So we got ourselves one bathroom that is not looking great. I can see how you might want to, yes, redo this entire scenario. And on top of that, okay, there's a tiny amount of work to be done in the daughter's bedroom because she's made a bit of a mess here too. And our job is to do everything. But like, you know, because this is a job, not every room needs anything done. Like, this room here, nothing to be done, leave it alone, you can't sell things in there, you can't do anything. So yes, indeed, the rest of the house, in good shape, and... okay, I like this room. This room's great, I appreciate the frog poster. Okay, let's start with the kitchen. So yeah, the game tells you everything that needs to be done. Clear out the trash, clean the stains, vacuum up, finish the surfaces. So... fair enough. Step one, let's go for trash. Collecting trash right over here. So okay, just start picking all of that up, putting it inside my lovely giant trash bag. Was that all of the trash? That was the trash, so in which case, we can just close the bag and then take it outside and dump it in the dustbin. Because that's what this game gets right. It's so cocky tactile. Like, when you fill up a trash bag, you've actually got to throw it in the bin, and you even get a tiny bonus for that, as opposed to, like, you know, just leaving it around somewhere, which is just delightful. Everything is so tactile in this game. So, okay, next up, we're going to need to do a tiny bit of cleaning. A bit of cleaning spray. Nice bit of scrubbing here. Lovely. I can always use my house flipping scent if I don't know, you know, which stain I've missed or whatnot. So just tap Q, and there we go. The stains will be highlighted to me, so it's, you know, not too difficult to find them. A little bit of cleaning stuff on the more difficult stains. Lovely. And job flipping done. Unfortunately, yeah, some stuff isn't a stain, it's like, you know, debris or detritus or whatever. So that is what we use the vacuum for, and just... okay, I know some of you are really confused as to why it sounds like I'm having a good time right now, but seriously, this is the most therapeutic thing in the world, it's just so lovely. So, with the cleaning done, let's make things nice and fresh, and even when you're doing a fairly structured job, this is where you get to have a bit of creative freedom. So, yes indeed, you can, like, choose different types of tiles. I want to go for the brick type, that's kind of cool, but there's so much you could do with it. Like, if you want to, you can have different rotations, you can have different sizes of bricks, small to larger, you can change the colour, if that's what you want to do. Go for, like, really, really vibrant hot pink, if you want it to be on brand. Is that the colour of the mortar, by any chance? That's the colour of the mortar. If you want the mortar, like, between the bricks, to be a particular colour, or whatnot. So, okay, I feel like, yeah, a pure white is probably the right way to go. Then, large bricks or small bricks? I'm kind of feeling like small bricks, or rather like tiles that look like bricks, I suppose. Right, just pop them down right over there, and now, okay, just grab you with the right tool and just start slapping them down right there. And of course, if you wanted to, there'd be nothing to say you couldn't, like, buy a different set and then create... You know what, now I think about it. That does seem kind of cool, though. Oh, gosh darn it! It's not divisible by 3. Okay, so I can't have, like, 3, and then 3, and then another 3. Because there's going to be 2 on the end, and that's going to bug me. So, okay. Okay. Just put the pattern size down. If we do it as, like, 2 by 2 up here, and then a 3 by 3 here, that's going to work, right? Yeah, that's going to work fine. So we're just going to put you here. That's lovely. And now what we do is buy complementary bricks, but with the colours inverted. And we also rotate them to a different orientation, so they're gonna, like, properly complement what's going on here. So we're just gonna put that down. This is unnecessary, by the way. Like, to be honest, what I'm doing right now is... Did I just buy, like, the wrong ones there? No, that's right. They just look big in my hand for some reason. But yes, then we just put them there, put them there, put you there, and, okay. So I'm actually going to make less profit on this job, because I bought, like, 2 things of these rather than 1, though you can sell them when you're done, so maybe I'm not making a loss, I'm not sure. And now we just start putting a lovely pattern in here, and just put you over the top of all of this. Okay, we're definitely wasting some bricks, therefore. Let's just put you to here, and still doesn't work, because there's going to be... Okay, fine. It's just refusing to be divisible in any capacity. But that's fine. I think that looks great. I'm thrilled with this. And if you want to, there's nothing to stop you just, like, decorating beyond the brief if that's what you want to do. And that is what I want to do. Because if I do it that way, it's going to look like, the pattern continues round the corner. And it's all going to make sense. Let's just go back over to, yes, this one over here. Put you in here. A final 2 on this side, which is lovely. Okay, now we have to, like, make it continue on this side. Otherwise, it's not going to look balanced. I've just realised, because I did it this way, it means the floor doesn't line up to the wall. So, okay, we're off to a good start here. I've ruined everything. This looks terrible. Anyway, just sell the leftover tiles. Magnificent. And now the family specifies precisely what they want me to buy, but just like with the tiles, there's actually a lot you could do in terms of, like, slightly personalising it. So, it's to your liking, including 25 distinct handles. That's ridiculous. And when it comes to, say, the countertops, you can do so much. Various materials, damaged painted wood, just, any colour you feel like. Let's go for, like, something nice and dark, perhaps. Ebony, that's going to look great. We're going to continue the theme of, like, well, then again, actually, surely it should be white. Yeah, there we go. That's kind of nice. And also, the terrible heart handle at the bottom. That's the one I'm going to go for. Then we can just, put that wherever we feel like. So, okay. We're going to pop this here for now, but we can move all this later. Alright, once we've seen what we've actually got. So, okay, those are all our hanging cabinets. They're going to go at the top. So, okay. The stove, don't need to worry too much about that. Though, once again, just the level of customization is so delightful. And I can even rotate it as I wish. Though, probably the controls ought to be, like, at the front. So, there we go. That's that there. So, okay, ignore all of this. this is the majority of what they want. So, okay, surely a sink cabinet, and for the last time, no, you're going to be in a horrific purple and white. And normally I'd say, you know, the sink ought to be next to the window, but, okay, that's where the radiator is. So, okay, just put you down there for now, but fortunately, we could just move the radiator, because even though we're not supposed to be, you know, renovating this bit of the house or anything, there's nothing to stop you picking up literally anything. If I just decide, you know what, I want, you know, this chair to be in the kitchen, it can be. Meaning, there we go, the sink can now be where I think it's supposed to go, right next to the window, so you can look outside while you're doing the washing up. Okay, so, before you say anything, I'm going to admit, we ran into certain technical difficulties. I'm pretty sure some of the things I bought had, like, a different style of thing sticking out the back of the surface than others. So, the sink had to be moved, and also doesn't fit with the other things. But, like, what we're going to say is this is, like, a washing up nook, so you've got more space here to put the dishes down when they're done. Like, this is a good thing, in a way. Also, we definitely got the colour wrong on a couple of the cabinets, but, like, it's pretty close, and don't blame me for the rug. They requested the rug. That wasn't my fault. Okay, in addition, for extra delightful points, the game is not going to give me any reward or anything for actually, like, you know, moving their stuff back into the kitchen. But, like, you can just do it if you want to, because it makes you feel good to have, like, you know, completely put their kitchen back together. And I think if you bought this game, you're the sort of person who's going to do that, obviously. By the way, nothing here is for show, it all works. Like, you know, you can open the fridge, you can open the oven, every individual drawing cabinet, you can open them, put stuff inside, close them again. So you know what? Their eggs probably ought to go in the fridge, obviously. There we go, everything in the right place, including the baking tray in the oven, which is magnificent. Decided to, like, you know, leave out the bottle of booze, because I suspect when they see what I've done, they might be, like, you know, needing that, potentially. And even better, you just pick up the chairs and just tidy them properly in. So as a result of that, like, you know, the table's all neat and ready for them. And the empty boxes I've taken outside just... Oh, this game makes my brain release the happy chemicals. Right, so let's take things upstairs, because yes, indeed. Step number one, we just need to very quickly deal with the trash in your room. Not too much of that, that's nice and easy. Oh, and hilariously, yes, the game considers the stenciling she's done is an example of a stain. Right, her parents want all of this removed. Gotcha. So okay, just a spray of the cleaning, get on this. Basically, I'm just, you know, holding down a button and watching something become clean. And, by the way, this game's got an Elder Scrolls style leveling system where you get better at cleaning by doing it. So now I get to pick a cleaning perk, and yes, pick a cleaning perk, because there's multiple. So for example, I could get faster at cleaning with my basic scrubbing, or alternatively, I could say that when I spray, it hits a wider area, and you know what? I think that's the way to go. So now, when I spray, oh yeah, that's the stuff. That's the stuff right there. I love it. Right, just give them a quick bathroom renovation with tiles roughly matching the downstairs. Don't blame me. They picked the pattern, I just picked the colour, and I think it's magnificent. And there we flipping go. This job is complete, I've done literally everything, so I get all 3 stars, and now we leave and get paid before they get to see it. And in the end, we made about 11 grand profit on that job, so okay. That gives us a bit of extra pocket change to not just buy a house, but have the money we need to properly furnish it, because, okay, let's look at the options here. We can now afford, you know, a handful of houses, some in the suburbs, some down by the coast. Ooh, and one nice thing you may have noticed, by the way, which is, yes, when you complete a job in a particular property, the property then goes up for sale. That's how you unlock new properties that you then get to buy. You get, like, introduced to them through the job, then you can buy them if you want to take on the entire property, though To my mind, yes, I choose to believe that basically I go into houses and do such a terrible job redecorating them, the owners basically have no choice but to sell because they've just been so traumatized by my terrible work. So really, this is just a long con by me. I'll tell you what though, my eye is immediately drawn to more than a trailer because, okay, lot is 400 square meters, but the property's 143 square meters. Like, if you look at the similar priced options, say, compact house over here, selling for 50% more money, that's 110 square meters. Like, this is a big property, thanks to, oh my, a large basement. Oh, just imagine what we could do with a large basement. Right, we're going in. So, okay, we've now bought the house, meaning, yes, I've got a lot less money available for, you know, the renovations going forward. So, John. Don't clean. First, we need to figure out, yes, what we're looking at here. Let's just go over to my basic hand. So, right, we come in. There is a tiny space over here on the right. Like, I mean, sure, it could just be like a boot room, a cloak room, etc. But I feel like we must be able to do something better than that. Small living room off to the left. Right now, yes, a joint living and kitchen space. Okay. Then we've got a fairly decent-sized bedroom here. That's back to, yeah, that's back to where we started. Is that the back door? No, that's the bathroom. That might need, like, you know, some small renovations and whatnot. Then, right, that's the basement. We'll get you in a second. And then, fairly large utility room, actually, going down into blimey. Okay, now this should not just be, like, a walk-through utility room. Unacceptable, and okay, that'll be where the electricity comes from. Marvellous. And, oh dear, there's a bit of a hole in the side of the house. That was not mentioned in the listing when I bought the property. Dear oh flipping dear. But okay, the exciting bit is the basement down over here. So, okay, that's even got its own separate entrance. So, a normal person would probably look at this and think, oh my goodness, I could convert this into a standalone flat. Like, you know, it's even got a tiny bathroom, built-in kitchen, etc. We could turn this into, you know, an apartment. We could rent it out. That would be a really good way of making some extra money, etc, etc. But that's boring. I'm sure I could come up with something way better than that. But okay. Step one, I was just saying, we're desperately low on money. So let's start, you know, selling literally everything these idiots left behind when they went, including... Not convinced we should sell the load-bearing beams, but you know what? They're getting in the way. I'm sure the house won't collapse. I'm sure it's fine. Okay, so the good news is I've run through the house, basically clicking on everything. That's got me up to 35 grand I can spend on this renovation. The bad news is I've not yet done enough of the campaign to unlock, like, every tool. So, I don't yet know how to build walls. And that's, potentially going to be a problem, because there is a hole in one of the walls. So, we're going to just need to put a big piece of furniture here, and hope that nobody notices. On the outside, meanwhile, yes, we'll probably do some gardening, and, like, cover up the hole with some bushes, so people don't notice this. Also, okay, you need to go too. You can be sold. You're just cooking messy. Dear oh flipping dear. Still, now we get to my favourite job of all, which is, yes, going over to collecting trash and just making the trash jump into... Wow, that filled up fast. I'm getting better at collecting trash. I am now an apprentice trash collector. Oh, I love it. Oh, blimey, that is... Okay. Those are filling up very fast. Where's the trash can? Like, you know, the big dustbin. Does this property come with a dustbin? Because otherwise we need to buy one. There we go. We've got this right over here. So, right, just to move you by the garage. That's absolutely fine. Collect that. Just toss into there for a handful of change and just... It's so tactile. This game is so tactile. It's great. Though, hang on, John. Before you do anything, you did just level up your trash collecting, so either my trash bags contain a ridiculous amount of trash, or even if I was to, yes, trash a sellable item, I'd still get its value, because otherwise, yeah, you've got to do selling first, otherwise you might lose money. But no, I've already sold everything, did that first, let's go for massive trash bags. I'm sure it's all going to be fine. Like, not many rooms have as much trash in them as this particular bit does. Like, this is just a very trash-heavy room. Oh, you see, I've made it all the way to the living room on the next bag. Like, the rest of the house, nowhere near as much trash going on. This is lovely. So, okay, just keep on keeping on. That one's done. Right, just toss that out front. We'll go and collect that later. Just, there's proper physics on it. You could actually, like, you know, toss the bags miles out the front door and just go and collect them later. It's marvelous. Okay, basement's now done too, so I think we're now done with that. So, okay, go over to vacuuming. Make sure we get up all that detritus too. Mysteriously, vacuuming isn't a skill you can level up, even though it does feel a bit slow to do next to cleaning, which I find mysterious. I feel like vacuuming should be a skill I can level up, damn it. Okay, as we start work on, yes, the remaining scrubbing and whatnot, let's talk game plan, because I feel like this area here is not big enough to be like, you know, a kitchen and living room combined. Like, this was not an acceptable kitchen, so I feel like, potentially, we could turn what was the utility room into a separate kitchen. Like, it's going to take a bit of imagination to do, because, yeah, it's kind of split into two. So, maybe like a cooking area versus... Oh, hang on. How about, like, you know, a giant pantry? Okay, it's going to be a bit of a galley kitchen, but if you've got a separate pantry... Oh, now that could work, potentially. I think we'll, like, you know, keep the bathroom where it is here, just for, like, you know, day-to-day bathroom usage. That's all fine, and then this could be the master bedroom. Okay, perfectly fine with that, but, it's the garage and the basement I think I've got the most interesting ideas for, damn it. So, okay. Let's get the basics sorted out before we get into the, you know, crimes against interior decor. So I'd say for the most part, we're going to want, yeah, a single type of new floor running through the entire house from the entrance through to, you know, master bedroom, this living area, etc., etc. Okay, I was looking for some nice wooden flooring, but then I found rectangular cobblestone tiles. Now, I mean, that would surprise you when you came into a house. Like, you know, cobblestones inside. Now that's cocky decor. Okay, we're going to see how that looks. Just pop that down. Just grab my McGibble. Go into here. And just start laying these down. Okay, they look a little bit dark right now. But, like, that's because, like, you know, this room is not well lit. We could definitely add, like, you know, way more lighting to this. And... you know what? I kind of like it. Like, that's snazzy right there. Let's get some of that down. Okay, you know what? I don't hate it. Like, this is interesting, actually. So, okay. That can be the main bit of the house. We'll probably want something else for, like, you know, the bedroom and the bathroom and whatnot. That's fine. That could be, like, you know, properly tiled. Though, maybe we can extend it as far as, like, you know, the entrance to the bathroom proper. Like, this cupboard or whatever it is, that can have this particular pattern. We'll go for something different as we start going downstairs into, like, the basement. And this will be the kitchen. That can be tiled separately, but what I kind of like is, this is kind of giving me, like, you know, outside street vibes. So what if we kind of made our living room into, like, a medieval forest with a road running through it? So here we go. Like, buy a couple of Brazilian walnut panels. That's nice. Just pop that down. We'll probably need two. Just buy two right now. Grab some of that. Now, we start putting that down to replace the old tired wood over here. Then we could probably have it come to, you know, about the same level. That's absolutely fine. Okay, this I'm feeling. This is looking good. Though, okay, we're going to need to replace all the door frames with, like, you know, something that matches. Like, this is unacceptable. Get rid of all the door frames. Those are all going to be replaced with the same Brazilian walnut, and same for the windows. The windows are all need to go. They're looking very old, very tired. Let's just, you know, refresh all of this. Oh, yeah. Now that is just perfection. That is spot on right there. Okay, just shove you guys in all of the door frames nice and quick. Oh, now this. Okay, you may have scoffed when we began, but this is starting to get somewhere. Okay, beautiful windows, all in walnut. Some of them not entirely symmetrical, like, you know, they're all different sizes. It turned out to be a bit complicated, but we're starting to get somewhere here, and now I think, yes, it's all starting to come together. We've got the stone, we've got the water. Now we need the greenery. Oh, now we might be onto something here. Like, you know, a leafy design, but, you know, a fairly, like, stylized leaf, potentially. Okay, bring it down 2 small leaves. Buy that. Shove some of it down. Oh, I love it already. Like, this is going to be beautiful. This is going to be just... Oh, yes. Yes, yes, yes. This is precisely what I wanted. Oh, flipping yes. Okay, it's time for you to admit I was right. Okay, I was right. You were wrong. You all thought this was going to be horrible. Actually, it's amazing. Okay, let me introduce you to the new look living room. So, you come in, you admire the wonderful wood and wallpaper, you know, pop your keys down on this convenient shelf right here, and yes, 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 this is perfection. Okay, this is classy as anything, alright? You come in, you've got the desk over here, what used to be the kitchen space. That's now desk space. So, you know, you can work, you can game, you can enjoy the roses, which I've planted directly into the ground. I'm assuming we've, like, you know, drilled down through the stone, so we just, you know, plant them directly. Magnificent. You've got a sofa that goes with the wooden paneling, together with lamps and side tables. A lovely coffee table here, and for extra classiness, a fireplace, okay? The TV is above a fireplace. Whether the fireplace works or not, I don't know. Like, you know, little sculptures, little things on the walls you can store stuff in. I'm a sucker for things on the walls you can store stuff in. Just... okay. Now this is perfection. However, there is a downside, and it's not that it looks terrible, because it doesn't. It looks amazing. The downside is, I can't help but notice we're down to our last 10 grand. Now, that makes me think I've spent about 20,000 on this room. And that could be a problem, potentially. So, okay, what we should probably do at this point is turn our attention to, you know, the bigger focal point of the house. And that is, and always has been, the garage. Oh, have I got plans for you. You see, here's the thing about garages, which is so many people treat their garage like it's functionally a dumping ground, a place to keep your car safe, and that's ridiculous. Just look at the amount of space in this garage. It's by far the biggest room in the entire house, and that means it should be the focal point, damn it. And that means we're gonna make it nice, okay? So we're gonna start off with some lovely marble tiling right here. You see, it's already looking fancier and nicer already, and on top of that, we've already got, like, you know, the beginnings of tiling on the wall and the stairs. Like, if we just continue this up and make it, like, you know, a nice clean white, it's just gonna look like such a nice room. Okay, now we're starting to get somewhere. This is looking good. This is gonna be, as you probably guessed from the various bits of tiling. Hang on, we'll fill that bit in a second. Yes, a gigantic, luxurious bathroom, as befits the biggest room in the house. But, okay, it's probably time we dealt with, you know, the elephant that made a hole in the side of the room. Here we go, outside. We just need to pop down a handful of hazel bushes so nobody gets too suspicious and comes to investigate. And as for inside, okay, a nice handful of matching cabinets. Nobody will suspect a thing. Okay, this has taken a long time, but, ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the future of the bathroom. The multi-function, collaborative bathroom, because, just think about it. How much time has been wasted over the years acting as if going to the toilet is not a perfectly natural act and should instead be hidden away, but no more. No, 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 no. Today, we put this right, so, just imagine, if you will, a time in the future, the very near future potentially, when going to the bathroom could be an excellent time to catch up with friends, to have a coffee, to catch up on your paperwork, to play, to exercise, to be creative. And in order to further encourage the collaborative nature of the new bathroom, what I've done is I've put all the toilet brushes on one side and all the toilet paper on the other. So, like, you know, on a somewhat frequent basis, you're going to have to communicate with your neighbour to get hold of something that you need in order to function and use the bathroom. And, okay, here comes the good bit, because turns out there's a very particular reason I decided on this particular setup right in the garage. And that is because this is not just a multifunctional collaborative bathroom. It is, on top of that, a multifunctional, collaborative performance space. Because, of course, once people get to hear of how incredible my new bathroom is, they're going to want to come and see it. You'll also notice I've set up, like, you know, a small concession stand over here in case people get hungry. And for people who are lucky enough to be right at the front, I have provided digital cameras so they can capture any moments of particular note. Ladies and gentlemen, this is genius. This is actual genius, though, okay, I'm going to be honest, there are problems. Not with the design. The design is brilliant, though I think I'm possibly stuck. Actually, hang on, I may have just got stuck in my collaborative bathroom. There we go, we got free, it's all fine. The problem instead is this level of quality, unfortunately, doesn't come cheap. So, as a result of that, you may notice we've, basically run out of money. And I've done 2 rooms. I've done this front room, which is magnificent. And now, the collaborative, multifunctional, performative bathroom, which is also fantastic, but also, you know, is only 1 room. Meaning this house doesn't actually have a kitchen. We stripped out the utility room. There's no bedroom. And, yes, the entire reason we actually... Hang on. Uh-oh. May have slightly... There we go. We're going to figure it out in just a second. Okay, I got through. We got through in the end. The doors got stuck, but it's all fine. Yes, the basement. The entire reason I actually purchased this place. We never actually got that done in any capacity, and also I'm out of money. Though, on top of that, okay, just so you know where we are, I've been playing this game today for about, I think, 5 hours, give or take, and this is what I've managed. I've managed 2 rooms, and they're spectacular, and honestly, I think that's all you need to know. I didn't even bother to bloody get this bit wallpapered either, dear oh flippy dear. Well, that's just shoddy, John. This is House Flipper 2, and yes, it's basically everything I wanted it to be. It's House Flipper, but more detailed, more personalization, more everything. Just the level you can customize each individual item is ridiculous. Like, there's so many options for color and texture and everything on caulking everything. So, yes, just... this is precisely what it should be. And naturally, I think after I've gone away and earned a bit more money on a couple more jobs, we may well be back in a live stream because, oh yeah, if the house looks this amazing already, just imagine what it's going to look like when it's done. On that horrifying thought, I leave you, ladies and gentlemen, but hopefully you join me for more very, very soon indeed. But in the meantime, I've been John, this has been Many a True Nerd, and this has been the delightful House Flipper 2. Thank you very much, and goodbye. I've created a small problem in my road system, which is, it's literally impossible for anyone to ever go back into town. And this building shall be where we produce our zebras. And this much taller building next door is naturally where we produce the giraffes. Does anyone remember how the road system went? I think it was something like this.